when he gets going, you know, Champ was talking about, you know, being violent. You know, Golesh went really deep about being violent as a team. And I asked him about like who he thought the heaviest hitter was on the team, and I just said, "Is it a guy like Eric?" Because like in the DB room, and I was like, "Because Eric was way later than some people last year," and he said, "Come on, it's Sly." He has that hit against Alabama where I don't know how homeboy at quarterback stuck through it, and then. Do you remember
Sly and Champ are the two guys where it's like if you're going based on highlights in an Auburn uniform, right? Like they have a couple of bone crushing.
And again, it's not an impressive team they did it against, but he also pointed out. He said, "You remember last year?" Champ said, "Ball State, Sylvester Smith is punishing one kid. There's just one guy at Ball State that's just getting trucked every time he gets near him." But anyway, it's just it's that depth there, right? And like I've continued to ring the bell for New Boy Fegans. I think he's a guy you can move around, play him some of everywhere. Maybe not have to be a starter right now, but just be a guy that gets you in the mix, and he's good. Obviously, Eric Winters had a really good season especially in run support. Good player already. You know,
it's interesting. You know about New Boy, like I could see him as maybe the best mix of. You know, we always say that to play nickel in the SEC now, to be that slot DB, like you have to be able to play like four positions at the same time. Like you have to be able to do things that an inside linebacker and an outside linebacker and a safety and a corner all have. Like sometimes you have to rely like Swiss Army knife. Mm-hmm. Like you have to be able to rely on. You have to be these different things at different times. Of the guys we've mentioned, Fagans might be the one who is like best suited for that role compared to being a safety.
Timber Champ.
And Champ's
I would say
coming back. Yeah.
And I would say Rayshon Pleasant has that a little bit, but he's never been more of a safety. He's been more of a corner at that spot.
And he might be needed to be an outside corner this year. It
feels like for sure.
Like as tempting as it would be. Like you'd love to have so many proven options at outside corner that you could consider.
Yeah.
Rayshon Pleasant at the
well,
nickel,
here's the thing: it's like
I don't know if that's the
case.
There's
been some stuff in years past where it's like, okay, your nickel is a safety, and that you have him as a safety, and you do it well, like do that job well. I would argue that yes, you need a safety who plays nickel. You need that kind of versatility, especially in run support, especially what he can do on the outside for you. How about this? I like the thought of having, if you have that safety. Usually be that nickel. I love the thought of having a corner who can hang on the inside to be a true slot corner, because there are going to be some teams that you run into where their best receiver is going to be in the slot. And if you have a corner who's really good at covering that can handle that guy on the inside, and it might not have to be just straight follow coverage or anything where you're lining up with him every play, but like say if Rayshon Pleasant has a really good season, you know, and it cuts down on some of the penalties and is more of that kind of disruptive corner on a consistent basis that we've seen he could be at Auburn. Say he's your best option there and he's moving around, and like, look, you play a team where their slot receiver's their main guy. If you can shade in with him, it changes the whole aspect of your defense, because now it's like, okay, you feel a lot more comfortable of taking out their best weapon. And that's, I think, is going to be really interesting. But this safety room is a fascinating mix of guys, and it's deep, and it's energetic. It's got a lot of experience to it.